You were really awesome because you called out Zoot and you made him go for a really awful joke, which I think some people
Yeah,
remember.
I guess wouldn't have been on since I've been in Europe because I sort of haven't followed European Quake or slash FACEIT because I've been bad. But yep, suppose it has been a while. Yep.
So how's your preparation for DreamHack going?
It's going pretty good. Been playing a bit. Obviously, I've had a bit of uni stuff just recently because it's my fourth year and I've had to do my thesis and what have you.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, yeah, been playing a bit and feeling pretty good.
What do you study, by the way?
Yeah. Mining engineering.
Okay, awesome. We have an engineer on board. All right, okay. So gienon and krysa, both players that you'll probably be unfamiliar with, I imagine. I mean, I don't think
I've
they're playing
played
so much.
gienon a bit. I was playing TDM with him a bit, and obviously I know krysa from TDM, like
Yep.
when I used to watch LANs from a while back. But yeah, I haven't really played either of them very often, so I can't really say too much about their dueling. But yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And oh, the game's getting live. So gienon and krysa are ready to play. It's blood run, still best of one phase here. So this should be quite interesting. And I have no idea how krysa's shape's going to be. I haven't seen him playing duel for ages. And the wrong gienon to begin with. He picks up the red, so seems like a pretty standard split between the two players at the moment. So we switch over to krysa, gets a lot of lightning gun onto gienon, but look at the plasma coming out from gienon. That is some TDM action right there for sure. So already an advantage for gienon here.
Yeah, it was quite a big risk, and he actually managed to pull it off. I mean, I wouldn't usually like to drop down there with plasma, just because it's so risky if you don't hit your first initial couple of shots, but it did work out for him, and now he's definitely in a better position. Should be able to hold out for the red, which he did, and did a bit of damage. So he should be able to get this next mega, and then maybe move to stop krysa from getting some guns, and move from there.
Yeah, looks like he's holding strong. Hits a great rail. Got such great positioning around that mega. Going to leave it up for just a little bit longer before he grabs it. And looking at all the angles. And that's really going to confuse krysa as to when that mega is going to be. And oh, beautiful flick rail there, gienon. And this is what I was talking about. This guy has some serious aim. Seriously, it's just so good. And he's going to get the red as well as another frag. So 3-0 already. So that, like you said, that huge risk, very large rewards.
Yeah, it did pay off, and now he should be able to get onto the next sort of list of items. But he might even be able to trap krysa here. Oh no, he actually did. Oh, nice rockets.
Wow.
If he had have sort of stayed up the top, it might have been a little bit better, because then if krysa had to come back, he would have been able to, you know, he would have had a high position. But he has managed to kill him simply because krysa sort of thought he would go for a bit too many rockets than what he should have. But yeah, so gynon's in an excellent position here, and it's going to be tough for krysa to really sort of get any sort of position or even any guns, because he doesn't have any armor, especially after losing the 50 there. It's going to be tough for him to sort of get back into the map.
And also, it feels like gienon, who's obviously such a strong aim player, he's actually hit some momentum right now, and that's really scary when like aim-based players get confidence. And that seems to be what he has right now, and he's going to be charging towards this mega to make sure it's protected. He's got a good positioning, of course, can put damage onto that red, going to scoot on over to that yellow as well. Looks like he's almost a bit neurotic with all the spinning around that he's doing, but he's laying a trap and ambush.
Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot, because he's got to know that krysa needs guns, and he doesn't have rocket launcher. So to wait there, although it can be risky if sort of they manage to pin you in there, with the amount of health that he has over krysa, it's quite nice. So it's good. That was a nice trap.
And wow, he catches krysa so much damage. A good rocket as well. Misses the rail follow-up. He's quite low himself though. krysa did some good damage there. And I mean, that's the sacrifice gienon made. And there it is. krysa gets it with the plasma gun. Such an unpredictable weapon. And it does go krysa's way this time. So there you go. This is krysa's opportunity now to turn the map around.
Yeah, this is good for him. He did exactly what he needed to do. He's just got to watch out that he doesn't get minced by plasma again, which he sort of did. So
Oh my god, this map is just about plasma, it seems.
Yeah, it's going to be important. It was important that gienon managed to do, but he did fail the rocket jump, so that the plasma climb, so that's really terrible for him, really. So we'll probably see krysa get off to maybe even get another frag here if he can trap gienon. But with gienon sort of holding the high position here, he'd probably be very difficult to kill, especially where he is now. So especially now that he knows where krysa is, he's just going to sort of stand at the grenades, and he'll be difficult to trap, especially with krysa not having like that overwhelming stack, because gienon does have a little bit, so it's going to be tough.
It's looking quite good positioning from krysa right now indeed, and he's going to be able to take that red. So Gienon looking for his options right now. Here comes the attack from krysa, diving into that room, and again the plasma gun defense. Seriously, this map, between these two players, this match is all about the plasma plays. It's ridiculous.
I like what gienon did after he got the frag, and then he went to the 25 bubbles, and then he just stood there waiting for krysa to perhaps have spawned at rockets. Oh, nice frag by krysa though. But he waited there, and then what could have happened was krysa sort of grabbed rockets and then comes up to the shards, and then that can easily get another frag. And sort of once you get that sort of 2 frags in a row, then you really can you sort of take a stranglehold of the map. But actually, krysa has done well there to get a couple of frags.
And these two guys are going a bit nuts here. It seems very much like two TDM players playing one another. And Gienon going to get a return there onto krysa as he picks up the red momentarily. But will he? krysa coming in to try and stop him. Looks like Gienon still will be able to manage to get the red pickup and finds one off the spawn on krysa. And neither of these guys is really missing shots, really. I mean, they're hitting pretty much everything. And there goes another spawn frag to Gienon. But we see, oh, and a direct straight off the spawn. It couldn't have been cleaner than that. And one thing, though, is that we can't really take krysa out of this. He's already shown that he's got an equal capability when it comes to the execution. So what do you see krysa doing? I mean, what would be the optimal plays for him here, would you say?
I wouldn't really want to be where he is right now with the amount of stack that he has, because he can't really, he's actually managed to get to red because gienon was using the wrong gun. He should have probably had LG out, but so that's actually going to be good for krysa as long as he doesn't take a rail here, which he didn't, so that's important. So he's just now got to either decide whether he wants to stick around for the yellow and the mega, or maybe fight for the mega, or just fight for the mega in fact, which he should be able to do now that he is down there and he is up, so he'll be able to get it. Oh, but gienon did come in, so that was krysa's fault for being a little bit off the mega. If he was like 2 meters or a little bit closer. Yeah, I say 2 meters, but if he was a little bit closer, then he would have been able to get that. And I'd say that gienon probably shouldn't lose from here. In fact, if he loses from here, I'd say that would be pretty bad from him. 7 frags up, full stack. Probably see krysa just start to rush in the next sort of minute or 2 because he needs to get a frag real soon. So gienon's probably got this map.
Yeah, it seems like oh, krysa going pretty aggressive here with the lightning gun, and Gienon just spinning around, unable to really connect anything to krysa until the very end of the fight. And krysa going to be on not much of a stack to work with. Will be a mega going the way of Gienon, it looks like, and no damage even from krysa. But if krysa loses this, it's really going to be a case of live by the sword and die by the sword, because the kind of aggression that we're seeing from both players and kind of the moves that they've been making have been very, very risky here and there. And krysa going to be picking up another yellow, puts himself up to 150 now. So krysa, I mean, he's 6 frags behind, 3.5 minutes. At the pace of this match, this is something that normally I wouldn't say is very favorable at all, but perhaps he can pull it off as he picks up another red. But here comes Gienon with a perfect engagement, and now it's krysa who's got no response at all to the lightning gun. And these two players, it really feels like they're quite well matched, even if the score would perhaps differ with that statement.
Yep. I quite like what gienon did there after he died. Quite often especially newer players will, when they die their first death, or like the first sort of meaningful death, then quite often they'll sort of just decide, alright, I'm going to attack these next items to make sure he can't get full control. But he did the right thing and just went and got the mega, then went up and got the yellow, then held the position at the grenades to work out where krysa was, and then backed away. So he didn't sort of put himself in any unnecessary risks where the other guy could get on a bit of a roll. So he's actually enabled himself to match by doing that, so it was really clever, and it just worked out well.
Yeah, it's great to see Gienon in this kind of shape as well. Again, being one of the guys who's going to be perhaps one of your opponents going into DreamHack. It's really nice to see that his form is shaping up in the way that it is. Hopefully he can pull it off on land as well. And Gienon, they're going to catch krysa with a lot more damage. Red's up on the spot there, and krysa's going to go for the engagement, but nothing he can do there at all. It feels like he's aware that this is well and truly over at this point. And is there anything about Gienon's play that you think, let's say, he could improve, maybe? Like any weaknesses that he could work on, or?
Well, every player has weaknesses, obviously, but I think his rocket work this game wasn't exactly amazing, especially when that fight down at the yellow.
Yeah.
When he had krysa down at the bottom yellow, when he went through the teleporter and then hit a few rockets like after he went through. The original rocket work wasn't great. But yeah, other than that, it's hard to really gauge your opponent when they're playing someone who isn't obviously, the top level player. And not that krysa's like bad, but he's not the top level player, so it can be hard to gauge. But yeah, he's played this map well enough, and the critical moment on the match when he died for the first time, that was when the score was like 6-0 or whatever it was, 6-1. he managed to do the right thing by slowing down rather than speeding up, which quite often players will do, like I touched on before. So yeah, he did quite well, and now it's just getting a few free frags just to add to his kill death ratio.
Do you have any new commentaries out, by the way? I know before you made commentaries, but I haven't really been keeping up. Have you kept making content?
I made some more right before I left Europe with who was the player? It was what's his name? I know him. Gecko. It was Gecko.
Ah, okay, okay.
But yeah, those were okay. I did a few when I got back here, but I haven't done so much. That much. But when I'm in Europe, I was thinking about streaming and just constantly doing it while I was playing. Just sort of revolving my stream around just doing that. So perhaps like every single game, I just talk about what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, and yeah, it could be interesting to see how that works out if it comes into fruition.
Yeah, I think people would love that. Are you going to be, like when you come to DreamHack, are you going to actually be staying in Europe for a few months?
I'm going to be here for another month, for a few months again, just like the last couple of years. So we'll have plenty of time to play a few games.
Excellent. I think a lot of people will be looking forward to that then. Awesome stuff.
Hopefully. Should
All
be good.
So it looks like this match has come to a finish. gienon 19 and krysa with 10. So gienon will be moving forwards and krysa going to be knocked out. I guess some fans being won for the poll here as definitely an up-and-comer, that is for certain. So do you have time to join us for more commentary? Or
yeah, I told Ro32 that I could do a few. I had some uni stuff due, but I've handed that in now, so I'll be able to stay for probably as long as until I get tired, or unless you want someone better than me at casting, something like that.
All right then, so guys, we're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back shortly with more Quake live action here live on FACEIT TV, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.